Let's start working on actually viewing the page where we can see a series and all the details for that series. Now, I want to change the redirect that happens or that we get when we create a series. So I'm just going to redirect to a route, and this route is going to be series.show. And this is because if we check out our route list, we discover that we have this get series and series identificator, which maps to series.show. Okay, so series.show, and it's gonna call this method. So for us, let's just dump a series find id. So if we create a series, we then redirect to this method, and sure enough, we need to pass in a parameter. So the parameter that we're going to be passing is the id of the series that we just created. Okay, so it looks like we don't have access to that id right here, okay, because we did everything in our request. Yeah, we could continue doing everything in our request. So maybe we would want to return this and then move this functionality into our request class. So if we head over to create series request.php, where we're storing the series, we would want to do this. So we set our session here, then we'll save our series and then return redirect route to series id. So our controller simply says return request upload series. So return request upload series and store series. Then we just take care of flashing to the session, redirecting a route right here. Okay, so once we create a series, we redirect to this page and then we dump the series data. Let's go ahead and try this out. So our new title series would be maybe Vue.js course, Vue.js course description, and then we could upload an image for that, create series, and sure enough, we're directed to this page and we could actually see the series data. Yeah, this works well with the numbers and all of that. But then one of the main reasons or one of the main purposes of this course is to use the best out of Laravel, right? So what I'm going to do is actually switch out and use route model binding in this case. So for route model binding, we just need to type hint our series class right here, and Laravel will automatically inject the series that has that particular identificator, right? So we no longer need to find the series, we just need to dump the series. And sure enough, we need to import the series class, and that's done. So Laravel will automatically find the series with the ID that was passed to this route, and then it's gonna dump that series. So let's try to refresh, passing in 6 right here, and we still have exactly that. That's some Laravel magic. Now, I don't want to have numbers in my bar. I want to have the slug because we have a slug for series, right? So what can we do in this case? Now, I'll take you to my series model, and you actually see that it extends the database eloquent model. So let's try to visit model.php from Laravel. So database eloquent model.php, and check out what we have. We should have a get route key name method. So get route key gets the value of the model's route key, and get route key name gets the route key for the model. So by default, if we check out get key name, it returns the primary key, and this primary key by default, obviously, as we know, is the ID, which is working now. Therefore, what do we need to do? We just need to overwrite the get route key name method in our own model. So I'm just going to copy this, head over to my series.php, and I'm going to paste this in. So get route key for the model, and rather than returning this, I'm going to return slug. Okay, so I want you to use the slug to find the series. Yeah, but then if we try to access this now, it's going to break, right? Because we are passing in the ID and we can't actually find that, right? So we'll head over to our series, and right here, rather than passing the ID, we would pass the slug because we know that's what Laravel is going to use to find this model. Let's go back, refresh, create a new course. So Laravel login course, upload image, setting that data or for the description, create series, and automatically we have that injected for us. So see how we passed in the slug, and Laravel still found that slug for us and injected into our show method. Pretty cool, right? Great job.